Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
Hello dear friends, you are on Melonfonk channel. In this video, I will show you 7 new backgrounds in Melon Playground. But before I start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for being in my video. If you want to be in my next video, you need to do a few things. 1. You need to subscribe to my channel. 2. Give me a like. 3. Write your top comment of 4 words or more, and don't forget to watch this video from beginning to end. It's very simple to fulfill all these conditions and have fun watching. So friends, I've never had anything like this on my channel before. I hope you will enjoy this video and appreciate it. After all, I will show you not just backgrounds, but I have come up with a new separate story for you about this background. And basically, I tried to connect it with the concept of Melon Playground. I hope you like this kind of video, because I spent a lot of effort to create this videos. And let's move on to the first background, and the first made background in this style is quite post-apocalyptic and beautiful. As for me, write in the comments whether you like such backgrounds. And this story is called City in Ruins. Melon is a former underexperienced who survived in a devastated world. In the year 2077, the world has changed forever. Technological advances have led to the destruction of civilization. Cities that were once symbols of power and prosperity are now reduced to rubble. Melon, one of the few survivors, hides in abandoned buildings, trying to find out what went wrong. He discovers that the city has been destroyed not only by technological disasters, but also by internal conflicts. Groups of survivors are fighting over the remaining resources, and the droid machines once created for maintenance have now become deadly hunters. Melon decides to explore the underground tunnels where rumor has it that the last remnant of human civilization is located. He meets 2 Melon survivors and they decide to try to save the world together. But all they have left is hope. They encounter droids, bandits, secret agents, but they don't give up. Eventually, he learns that the source of the world's destruction was not only technology, but also Melon's greed and corruption. Can Melon save the world and bring hope back to the people? Or will he become the next victim of this ruthless world? How much do you think Melon can save this world? Be sure to write in the comments. And write in the comments whether or not you like the principle of the storyline and whether or not I should come up with something like this in the future. And let's move on to the next background. The next background and story is called Tank in Ruins. Melon is a former tank commander left you alive after the disaster in 2050. The world was on the brink of disaster war. Environmental disasters and technological accidents led to the destruction of civilization. Cities have turned into ruins and people are struggling to survive. Melon is a former tank commander, turned out to be one of the few who survived the various crimes of mankind. He is hiding in an abandoned city where his military base used to be. The tank he commanded now serves him faithfully. Serves him faithfully. Serves him faithfully. Serves him faithfully. He's named it the Steel Guardian. Melon explores the ruined streets, trying to find traces of the organization that the rumors say is trying to restore peace. He discovers that hidden within the ruined buildings are secret codes, accessing underground shelters where the last remnants of human technology are stored. One day, Melon finds the diary of his former commander, which reveals that the disaster was no accident. He learns that the secret organization is not just an organization trying to save the world, but a secret community that runs the world from the shadows. They created the disaster to destroy the organization and bring peace back to the people. He embarks on a dangerous journey through the destroyed lands, fighting bandits, mutants, robots, and assassins. On his journey, he meets a mysterious woman who is also searching for answers. Will Melon be able to uncover all these secrets and mysteries of this secret community? Or will he become the next victim of this horrific incident? Be sure to rate this story and background in the comments. And let's move on to the next background. The following background does not evoke such fear. Rather, on the contrary, it evokes calmness and peace. And the story of this background. The story is called Footprints in the Forest. In a quiet corner of the forest where pine trees and palm trees neighbored stood an old van. Its blue paint was weathered and the white stripes on the sides had faded with time. Backpacks, sleeping bags, and folding chairs were strapped to the roof of the van. Someone was clearly preparing for a long journey. The forest was full of mystery. Among the tall pines and low palms, the wind whispered its stories. But what had brought this traveler here? The footprints indicated that someone had recently passed by. They were deep, as if someone had recently rushed through the forest without looking back. The van was loaded to the brim. Inside it lurked maps, compasses, and old diaries. A human driver with gray hair and eyes full of determination sat behind the wheel. His name was known only to himself. He was looking for adventure, following the tracks that led deeper and deeper into the forest. With each kilometer passed by the van, the tracks became brighter and brighter. They were leading to something more than just a journey. Perhaps it was a treasure hoard that was lost centuries ago. Or perhaps it was a portal to another world that would open new horizons for the traveler. The van kept moving forward, leaving trails in the forest behind it. Perhaps he would find the answers to his questions. Or perhaps they would lead him to something he couldn't even understand. But one thing was clear. This was a journey that would change his life forever. What do you think would change in this traveler's life, and what would he find deep, deep, deep in the forest where his footprints would lead him? Traces in principle. How much you like this story? This background, be sure to write your answers in the comments. But we move on to the next background. The next background is called the dense forest. And in this dense forest where time has stopped for centuries, stand ancient ruins, once here blossomed civilization. But now nature has taken it. In its arms, gray stone arches and rubble blocks mysteriously rises among the dense foliage all around shades of green like a monochromatic world. But in this, silence hidden riddles waiting for its solver. And so a lone adventurer appears in this forgotten place. His red hat, the only spot of bright color among the greenery. He walks between the trees, trying not to disturb the tranquility of this magical corner. What will he find among the ruins? Perhaps forgotten spells or an ancient map leading to treasure. Or maybe he will find something more mystical, a gateway to another world where time flows in a completely different way. Legends that will be told around like spicy evenings when the stars shine in the sky and the wind whispers stories of old times. Or maybe it's a new legend that will be described in my comments under this issue. How do you like this story? How do you think that in this wreckage, what do you think? And let's move on to the next background. The wind carries the smell of rotting trees and ruined buildings. All around him is emptiness, but in his hands is the hope of a new beginning. His next step to determine the future of this world. The catastrophe that struck this world is in the past, but its aftermath is still being cleared everywhere. Once flourishing cities have turned to rubble, and the atmosphere has become polluted and threatening. The Melonies have disappeared, leaving behind nothing but emptiness and mystery. Have become ruins, and the atmosphere has become polluted and threatening. The Melons have disappeared, leaving behind only emptiness and mystery. As for the key carried by this lone wanderer, it is an ancient artifact capable of opening doors to a new future. Its origin and true powers remain a mystery, but many believe it can change the course of events and bring hope back to the world. It may be knowledge, technology, or even a magical artifact, but its importance cannot be underestimated. What do you think this artifact is, and how can it help this world? And write in the comments with a rating from 1 to 10 how much you like this story and this background. The next background is called Explosion. As the sun began to drop below the horizon, the explosion ruined by the blast created a grim sight. This truck was carrying the military, who were bringing in the last of the crops on this planet. But underground, the forgotten military munitions awoke from their long sleep and decided to make their explosive contribution to the world. The fire devoured not only the metal, but also the hopes of the inhabitants of this small town. Amidst the chaos and panic, there were heroes, those who, despite the danger, rushed to the rescue. They saved not only the building, but also the lives left at risk. And at that moment, when the night never came, they realized that their fates are forever intertwined with this eternal gloom, and they are ready to fight for their world, even if the sun will never set again. Do you think these guys, these military, can cope with all the onslaught and whether they will be able to save this town or this world is doomed? Write about it in the comments. Rate this background from 1 to 10. And let's move perhaps to the next background. Next background on the space map. And let's get to the story. In a distant galaxy where the sun never sets, there exists a place known as the Twilight Portal. This cosmic anomalous vortex, colored bright purple and pink, spins around itself, emitting particles and energy. The night sky is studded with stars, and beneath the portal is a simple structure resembling a space station or platform. Two figures stand on this station. They look small and fragile against the background of the cosmic tumult. They may be scientists investigating this phenomenon or travelers who happen to be here, but whatever they are looking for, they know that the portal of Twilight is more than just a cosmic beauty. This portal connects worlds, intertwining reality and fantasy. Perhaps behind it hides new civilizations, unexplored star systems, or even the key to eternal life. But one thing is certain. Those who decide to cross the threshold will embark on a fascinating journey into oblivion, where the boundaries between worlds are blurred, and fate depends on courage and curiosity, or perhaps just luck. Do you think it would be cool to add these backgrounds to the game? Rate these backgrounds from 1 to 10. Which background is also your favorite? Write in the comments. On this video is coming to an end. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck, bye-bye, and remember, buddy, as always, see you the other day.